Hello and a beautiful morning to you. We're still in the euphoria of ushering in a brand new year. So we're going to say it again. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year 2019. We can only hope that it turns out as amazing for us as it will for you as well. What did you get up to after the show, Titi?
Well, I went back to bed. Like really, I went back to sleep. Because everybody else, it felt like everybody was just still trying to calm down after the whole church service overnight. Yeah. And some people went clubbing overnight. And even, you know, our chef yesterday did the same. But it's all about you this morning. My name is Titi Layo, so we're about to bring you another amazing edition of Wake Up Nigeria.
Of course, my name is Yomi Owokwe. And we are live right now at tvcontinental.tv. And you can check us out also on Facebook at TVC Connect. Now, for comments, use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria. We're still taking New Year messages, Happy New Year messages on the show. So, yeah, you can use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter.
Now, we do this all the time, but we never do it without breakfast. Chef Uncle V is back. He's in the studio with us again.
Hey,
yeah. Hi, good morning.
Hey.
I'm super pumped for today.
Happy New Year, Uncle V.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, welcome.
He wasn't the one who spent, you know, the
no,
New
he
Year.
wasn't.
I was in church.
He was in church, like Pastor V, you know, Pastor Uncle Chef V.
Very nice. That's a good one.
Exactly.
So what are we making? What are we making?
Fried rice.
Chicken fried rice.
Nice.
You always give it a fancy name, but we're making fried
Some chicken
rice.
and carrots. That's enough for me. All right, so straight to this morning's highlights. Kareem Olamilekan is a child artist with undeniable talent. We will be having him on the show today to talk about his craft.
Yes, indeed. Now, fitness is definitely a goal for this new year. We have dietitian, nutritionist Cynthia Onyekwere. She'll be here giving us a healthy breakfast tip or two to help us with our New Year's resolution to stay healthy.
And then we have a musical performance from singer-songwriter Robinson.
I wish nothing but the best for you. Don't forget me, I beg. I remember you said sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead.
Beautiful, beautiful. On relationships this Wednesday, our first edition for the year, we'll be having Sandra Odufaderi. Now, she'll be joining us to discuss setting family goals and sticking to it in this brand new year.
All right. And Oxlade also has a musical performance for us later on the show. Looking forward to it.
Yes, so feels like it's going to be a very fun show. We also have a guest today, TV personality, certified makeup artist, and grief survivor, Chinonso Arubai. She's going to be in the studio with us.
Looking forward to that one.
Yeah,
asking her a few questions.
She's very, very
When
impressive.
I saw Oxlade earlier, I was thinking of Oxy, Chamberlain, and how so many people were hyping him last week. Oh, it's a good thing you left Arsenal. And then yesterday,
what happened?
I'm in a really good mood. I know it's just Fulham, yeah, but those guys made our defense look like
sporting zone.
Oh,
that
you know,
nobody else has connected.
Arsenal's defense needs a lot of work right now, but Fulham's defense makes us look like superstars defense-wise. 4-1. I'm in a very good mood.
I don't want to enter this
okay,
because.
So happy New Year, guys. I don't know what she's on about.
I'm talking about football, for goodness sake. Like, I love Arsenal. Yeah, sometimes they break my heart, but I love them still.
Okay,
Arsenal
so
that,
Arsenal that what?
5-1.
I'm next to you.
Yeah,
It was 5-1.
Lost 5-1.
Mary,
Everybody
5-1. Do you really want to
but
start?
yesterday was 4-1.
They were creating memes.
Yesterday was whatever. Yesterday was
really?
4-1. See, it's not how you end the year, it's how you start it, and we started it well.
What's going on? What?
Because I'm like, okay, what's going on here on the couch this morning? Because as Arsenal, please, I'm not a fan, whatever. As far as I'm concerned, Arsenal has been losing to like forever. I'm sure they should even scrap the football club.
Like, that's why I didn't want to start this conversation. anything to do with sports is going to cause a lot of tension. We don't want tension today. It's Wednesday.
We are still in
We want it to be warm.
We are still in the happy.
It's
New Year euphoria. So yeah, we're pretty excited. Everyone's talking about their goals and aspirations.
Yes.
For the year.
So this is your first. Well, it's your first New Year as a mommy, right?
Yeah, my first New Year as a mom. So I wasn't really psyched about the season though. Seriously,
really?
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, you're a brand new mom, brand new year. Have you thought about, you know, what it means to be a mom in this new year and what you're going to be doing?
I'm just going to be happy.
You're just going to be happy?
Yeah, I'm putting my happiness first this year.
Very soon your child will tell you, Mommy, you know Santa isn't real.
Mary?
I've been in that phase for like 2 years now.
When I say happiness, happiness includes family. So, you know, channeling so much energy and attention to family, making them happy as much as they make you happy.
Why do I hear as much as they make you happy in there? Why can't it just be
Oh,
happy?
that was just an expression. Like, you can make them happy.
So, exactly.
It doesn't matter if
okay, so
happy.
I'm not always going to make them happy. Yeah, but, you know.
Yeah. Well, I can hear so many undertones that we can't discuss right now.
Yeah,
No, you're
it's
the
time
one
for us
that
to
wants to
go
begin
to
on
the
that
news right now. Why is trying to be happy. But we'll be heading over to the news with
All right, good morning, guys, and welcome to the news. Now, organized labor is urging workers to fully mobilize for a prolonged national strike and enforce their rights in the next coming days. This was revealed in its New Year message, where it accused governments of dilly-dallying on new minimum wage issue and straining relations between them. The order to workers is a reaction to a statement made by the Nigeria Governors Forum, NGF, that governors were not in a position to pay the new minimum wage of 30,000 naira. Organized labor also appealed to government to do the needful by urgently transmitting the bill or the new national minimum wage to the National Assembly to avoid a planned national action. And Governor Kashim Shettima of Borno State says he is yet to criticize President Muhammad Buhari over the insecurity challenge in the state because he is convinced that Buhari is devoted to the fight against insurgency. Shettima said this when he convened an extraordinary security meeting to address the recent series of attacks on the military and deteriorating security in the state. Boko Haram insurgents have renewed attacks on the northeastern state in recent weeks, recapturing some communities and attacking a military base. And some clergymen in Ogun State have described the year as the year of three colors and stability. They want Nigerians to exercise patience in order to enjoy the blessings and dividends of democracy. The set man of the Treasure House of God, Sheye Shefoye, and Prophet Emmanuel Oyesoya, in their separate messages for the year, said the year 2019 will bring good things into the country and the election will be peaceful. And the U.S. Embassy in Nigeria has countered its earlier statement that it would be shut due to the current U.S. government shutdown. It says its offices in Abuja and Lagos are open for all consular business, including visa interviews. The embassy said this in a tweet announcing that those who have been scheduled for interviews should attend their interviews. And that's all we have for you on the news.
Well, it's time for us to take a look at the newspaper headlines. January 2nd.
Yes, indeed.
It's a new year. I just want to confirm that they got all the 2019 correct.
On the papers, right?
On the paper.
I actually used to do that too.
They did.
Everybody's put 2019 there.
Excellent.
We're starting with the Punch this morning. It says, ASU talks tough ahead of Friday meeting with INEC. Says strike is also in national interest. We also have pictures of two beautiful babies, the first babies of the year in the FCT and in Lagos State. Very cute looking babies. Nice to see brand new babies early in the morning. It also says here that Buhari has laid foundation for national growth, according to Tinubu. It also says here NHIS and NMA clash over cancer exclusion from the health scheme. On minimum wage, federal government budgets 160 billion naira for civil servants' salary increase. Adeboye codes 2019 prophecies. Olukoya sees strange happenings. It says more on page 37. And finally, PDP is creating insecurity. Atiku killed power sector, say APC. That's what we have on the cover of the Punch.
All right, let's check out The Guardian. Insecurity may mar polls. Northern leaders warn against hate speech, vote buying. Oko tasks INEC on neutrality as Shiites appear in Kaduna church. Federal government provides funds to meet ASU demands. And government begins mandatory use of NIN in provision of services. And herdsmen burn autumn's 250-acre or hectare rice farm. Wow. That's on page 8 there in The Guardian. And we will complete ongoing projects before May, Ambade assures Lagosians. Federal government rules out termination of amnesty scheme for militants. And there's a sad story here on the second. Pregnant woman, 29 others die 15 minutes to the new year in Ibadan. That's a sad story there. And that's what we have on the cover of The Guardian.
The Daily Sun is up next. It says 2019 APC PDP perfect zoning ahead elections. Perfect zoning ahead of elections. Consider geopolitical zones for Senate President, deputies, reps, speaker, SGF, and others. It also has an interesting set of images here. 9 Nigerians who will shape 2019. All eyes on Buhari, Atiku, Obasanjo, Saraki, Tinubu, Yakubu, Wike, and Kalu. And why don't I just wish there was a lady, you know,
in there.
Amongst those 8 people there.
Yes, indeed.
Nigerians who will shape 2019. Interesting. Buhari will be judged by his actions, says Atiku. There's hope, future for Nigeria, says Jonathan. And another sad story to wrap up here. It says New Year's Eve auto crash claims 12 lives in Ibadan. That's what we have on the cover of the Daily Sun.
Yeah, picking up on that last story, that's what we have on the cover of the New Telegraph. Tragic New Year Day. Trailer kills pregnant woman, 19 others in Ibadan. Really sad story. And a couple of other writers there about the tragic New Year Day. 2019, Aisha Buhari leads APC Women Youth Presidential Campaign Team. Governors' wives appointed coordinators, and a couple of other writers there in that story. And there's a feature in the New Telegraph that you should read. Alcohol could destroy your body metabolism. You'll find that on page 34. And Budget 2019, Buhari Oshibajo to spend 2.3 billion naira. Of course, a couple of other writers there regarding that story. And finally, 2019, don't intimidate voters with soldiers on Naikan, tells Buhari. That's what we have on the cover of the New Telegraph.
All right, now everybody was eating so much over the holiday.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, and
myself inclusive.
Some people are still eating, even this morning. It's time for us to shed off some of that Christmas party rice and all that weight. It's time for us to head for fitness in the garden.
What up, Nigeria? This is Mayor Fit, and this is Wake Up Nigeria. All right, so hope you enjoyed our holiday. So today we're going to have some good exercise to stretch out our bodies and then to burn out those chicken that we had. Come on, let's go up, everybody. Let's go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and take it to the side. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Take it to the other side. Just stretch it out easily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, back up this way and take it forward now. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Back to your waist this way. Take it to this side, side by side. Come on, let's go. 1. That's it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, sit down this way, everybody. Come on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And take it to your right side this way. Easy. Come on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And take it to this side. Face up this way, chest out. That's it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And take it to the other side this way. This other side. And go down this way. Come on, easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Take it to the other side this way. Chest it out. That's it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Side this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, kick out your legs this way. Kick out your legs. Good. That's it. Kick out your legs. Now let's go on some stationary exercise on this side. Go this way, everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just a quick fix. Let's go. Quick fix. Let's go now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. To this side this way. Let's go down this way. That's it. Let's squat it out. Come on. Let's go. 2. That's it. 3 now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And to this side now. Come on. Jumping jacks. Go. 1, 2, 3 now. 4, 5, 6, 7. Control your body. 8, 9, and 10. This side this way. Go this way now. Come on. Stationary jogging. That's it. Go. 2, 3 now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Back to this side. Come on. Jump squat. That's it. Breathe. Let's go. 2, 3 now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and back to the middle this way. Breathe and relax. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you're breathing. Very important. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let's go for forward lunges now. Go this way. That's it. 2, 3 now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and you stay there this way. Then punch. Come on, that's it. Punch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The other leg. Payback time. Go punch it out. 2, 3 now. Come on. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, stationary this way. Go this side. Side, side, side. That's it. 2, 3 now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And take to the side this way. Just this side. I'll take it in. Take it in. This is for those lower tummy fat. Go. That's it. 2, 3 now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The other side. Go this way. That's it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, back down this way. And let's see, step it out. Come on. Step it out. Step it out. Step it out. Step it out. That's it. We go this way now. Come on. That's it. That's it. Go. 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 Now let's warm down, everybody. Go down this way. Taking air. And out. Taking air. And out. Come on, let's go back straight to the kitchen now.
All right, all that energy. Yesterday, I was not allowed to burn all the Christmas fats, but we're all right, we're all right. You're welcome to the kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria. And it's time for us to wake you up with something exciting, something everybody loves to eat, especially during Christmas, which we decided to make after Christmas. You know how we do our things here? Chicken fried rice. And I've got Chef Uncle V. I can't help it. I just like adding that Uncle V.
Hello, guys.
Making today's meal.
Good morning. Yeah. Happy New Year.
Ha, somebody's ginger to do.
Very ginger.
This New Year now, wow.
There's ginger here now. So why shouldn't I be ginger?
What are we making today?
We're making chicken fried rice.
Chicken fried rice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
the ingredients are on your screen right now. So if you want to follow up by scribbling them down, you could do that as quickly as possible. So chicken fried rice.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the ingredients first.
We're using chicken breasts.
Okay.
Diced. We have our chicken stock.
Okay.
We have our ginger, our garlic. We have our green peas. We have our green beans, carrots, scallions, or green onions, or spring onions, anyone you like to call it. We have our rice. We have our seasoning, salt, our curry, our thyme.
Curry is like the main ingredient today.
Yeah, yeah.
And the black pepper?
The black pepper, yeah.
Okay, with
and we have
soy sauce.
Soy sauce.
Okay, great. What's the first thing we're doing?
We have our oil that's already heating up here.
Okay.
So first off, we're going to add our onions because we're going to fry just a little bit going to fry.
I don't want to make use of this. I can always make use of regular.
Yeah, you can use regular onions. Yeah. So
I don't know why
this is ready.
Regular onions. Like, this is
it's
as regular
onions, actually.
purple onions.
So
this
right now,
the chicken.
Now this works just like the purple onions. It's great for starting anything frying, most frying anyway. Has this kind of flavor to it as well.
So why we get this fried?
Okay.
We're going to, our rice is already parboiled.
Yeah.
So right now we're going to add our chicken stock. I'm sure a lot of people out there have
the chicken stock, yeah. I'm sure someone has a pot full of chicken stock for the month. Oh wow! This frying now, wow.
Right.
Okay, let me.
Now,
I think
the secret of fried rice is actually this.
The secret of fried rice is this. Okay, I want to know that secret.
Because the whole idea is to get the chicken stock inside the rice.
Okay.
So when you fry it, you can have that flavor from the chicken stock. So if you're using like ordinary water to do this, then you have like a very bland
taste for the fried rice. Yeah. So how did you make up the chicken stock? What seasoning did you use for the chicken?
I used a little bit of curry.
Okay.
I used thyme, seasoning, salt.
Okay.
Yeah, to steam the chicken.
Okay. So just regular way you boil your chicken. Just use the chicken water, so to speak.
I'm going to add curry.
Yeah, main ingredient.
Curry also brings coloring.
Yeah. I was thinking you're going to call it curry chicken fried rice. Because that's how you guys do now. But if I don't want curry, I can make use of turmeric, right?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Great. And if I don't want all of this, because some people don't really like the taste, the strong taste of ginger or garlic, I can make use of powder.
Yeah, powder.
Okay. So these are ways you can still get the same taste and go through the back, so to speak.
I don't know.
That's the garlic.
Oh, garlic, sorry.
I was thinking I can't remember what they look like anymore.
Okay. Garlic.
Okay. That's a lot of garlic and ginger.
You want to have that ginger and garlic flavor.
Will the taste not be too strong?
Trust me.
Okay. I'm going to trust you, as you said. And I'm sure everyone wants to trust Chevy right now. In the meantime, however, we have to go on this break. Don't go anywhere. We'll return shortly. Welcome back. It's Wake Up Nigeria. And of course, like we always say, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And joining us to enlighten us more on ideal healthy breakfast is dietitian Cynthia Onyekwere. Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. All right. So on the table here, we have a lot of, breakfast recipes. But first of all, we'd like to talk about the importance of breakfast in the mornings.
Okay, there's this common saying that you should eat your breakfast like a king, lunch like a prince, dinner like a pauper. It just goes to show how important breakfast is.
Yeah.
Now, when you eat breakfast in the morning, you get enough energy to go about your physical activity. You also get enough energy to help you to be mentally alert. And then taking breakfast in the morning kind of like helps you to pattern what you eat throughout the day. You won't end up overeating at the next meal, and you won't end up snacking on junk food that could make you end up taking more calories than is required for you.
Okay. All right. So on top, of course, we have Indomie, we have beans, we have fruits, butter, and the rest of them. So, and then you also mentioned that every meal that you take in actually there's certain calories apportioned to it. Okay. So first of all, let's start with bread. Bread is like a must-have. Everyone eats bread every single day. So let's talk about bread.
Okay, now, thank you for talking about calories. Everybody requires a certain amount of calories on a daily basis. And your calorie requirement depends on a lot of factors. Number one, age. What a 25-year-old male would take is not the same amount as what a 70-year-old man would take. Then your sex, activity level. Of course, a bricklayer can't be eating the same amount of food as someone who probably works as a customer care representative.
Well, for the bricklayers, actually eat agege bread.
Agege bread is not bad. It's not bad. So the bricklayer requires a whole lot more. So what you need to know the amount of calories you need on a daily basis. So once you know the amount of calories you need, it will guide you when you're eating a particular meal. So for instance, using myself, I'm 28, I'm moderately active. I'll be on about 1,800 calories per day.
How do you measure that?
That's for the professionals.
Exactly. How do you measure that based on what you eat? It's not like you're eating and then there's some calorie machine counting.
Yes. But you know, the thing is, some people actually know what is okay for them. At times when I see clients, when I take their diet history, I find out that even before I complain about what they've eaten, they're already feeling guilty. They'll tell you that, oh, you don't want to go there. I overdid this, I overdid that. So many people know what is actually good for them, but probably because they can't control their appetite and all that, they end up eating more than what is required. So if I use myself as an example, I'm supposed to be on about 1,800 calories on a daily basis.
On a daily basis.
Yes, maintenance based on my age.
What about me?
About that same amount for you as well. So
1,800 calories.
1,800 or a little bit less. And it also depends on some other factors like your weight and all that. So if I spread out my 1,800 calories, for my breakfast, I'm supposed to be having about 550 calories or thereabouts.
So can you get 550 calories from eating?
No, I can't get it from bread alone. So about 3 or 4 slices of bread will give me like 233 calories. Then if I decide to do
4 slices.
Yes, 233. So if I decide to do tea bag, and the calories from tea bag is quite negligible. So if I want to do my powdered milk, like 2 spoons gives me about 100 calories.
2 spoons?
Yes, 2 level tablespoons.
And if I'm taking a plate of oats, I can have like...
So you see, you're already overdoing it.
Okay.
So you see, then if I want to sweeten my tea with sugar, 2 tablespoons of sugar gives me about 80 calories.
Wow.
So we're already getting as much as 400 and something. So if I want to add 1 boiled egg is about 71 calories.
1 boiled egg is 71 calories,
yes,
people. Gosh.
1 boiled
so if you're
egg.
eating 2 or 3, that's
so you can imagine.
What?
So, and if I don't want my bread to be too dry, let's say I want to add some butter to it, a tablespoon of butter is about 62 calories.
What, does it depend on the kind of butter you're using?
Yes, it depends on the kind of butter, but averagely a tablespoon, 50 to 62 calories. Yes. So you can imagine those who do a whole lot more than that. So by the time I add everything together, I've gotten about 550 calories, and that's enough for me, for my breakfast.
Okay, so what if you're having fried egg?
So that's going to be your
because you're using oil.
Thank you.
You're using tomatoes and pepper and all of that.
Because when you're talking about a healthy breakfast, the method of preparation actually matters.
Yeah.
So those foods that are fried have more calories in them. So if you're doing fried egg instead of boiled egg, just know that you're going to be taking in more calories.
Okay, let's move over to Indomie, because a lot of people actually eat Indomie a lot. Like, Indomie is another staple in every home.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the calories in our Indomie.
Okay. A small pack of Indomie gives you about 320 calories. Now, for me, I can't finish 2 small packs. Yeah. I think what we have here is a small pack. I can't finish 2 small packs. So 2 small packs alone will be giving me about 640. And remember I told you that if I distribute my calorie requirements per meal, I'm supposed to be having about 550. And of course, I can't eat my Indomie just like that. I'll have to add my egg. I'll have to add a little oil, some vegetables. So imagine if I do 2 packs of Indomie with like 2 eggs, and then I add like 2 or 3 tablespoons of oil when cooking. You can imagine the amount of calories I'll be moving as much as 700.
So moving over from calories, does the calorie intake convert into the energy your body needs to function, especially in the morning?
Yes, there's an amount of energy your body requires for the whole day for basic processes like breathing, the beating of your heart, digestion of your food, and other things you need to do. So that energy you need for the whole day is gotten from the food. So if you take in much more than what you require for the whole day, there's going to be an accumulation, and it's going to result in weight gain. And then if you take too little of what you need for the whole day,
you might have
weight loss and then some other things.
All right, great stuff. Let's move over to fruits, because fruits are like, they're healthy options. For some of us, it's just smoothies. Those of us who are, looking to lose weight after baby, fat, all that. Yeah, so basically, let's talk about, you know, what, you know, our fruits provide for us, you know, how important they are in the mornings, basically.
Thank God you talked about the smoothie because I was looking for how to chip that in.
Okay.
You can't have smoothies alone for breakfast. It's not an adequate meal.
Oh.
Yes. When we talk about nutrient intake, we have the macronutrients. Those ones give energy, carbohydrate, fat, protein. And then you have the micronutrients. They help to perform vital functions in the body.
Yeah.
Now, your fruits are made up of basically carbohydrates.
Oh, okay.
So if you're taking just smoothies alone for breakfast, you're having just carbohydrates. Fats are not there. Protein is not there. Remember, you need protein to build your muscles, to replace worn-out tissues and all that. So smoothies alone are not
adequate
enough.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Cynthia. We are going to definitely have this discussion again because people, for example, yam. Every time you eat yam like this, your whole body just... All right. Thank you so much, Cynthia. All right. We have to move over to Mary Ann Robinson. Hello, Mary.
Thanks, MM. I'm liking what I'm seeing out there. Now, Robinson is standing right beside me here. Yeah. He's a Sweden-based gospel artist, producer, sound and software engineer, many things in one. Now, his style can best be described as a blend of contemporary gospel and R&B with influences from pop and Afrobeat. Now, he's about to produce something really special for us on the Wake Up Nigeria stage. Something about Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You know, giving thanks and talking to God and saying He's been good, right?
Yeah.
All right, so are you ready for us?
I am.
Let's do it.
Yeah. You've been? Oh, Lord. Come on. Say it. Sing, you've been good. Oh, Lord.
Talk to us about your experience. Now, your experience have varied. You have the Nigerian experience, you have your Swedish experience, and then you have an experience as a producer and also as a singer as well.
Yeah.
So tell us how this all started.
Well, I mean, when I lived back in Nigeria, you know, we all started in church, and it was a lot of music and singing and all of that. And when I moved to Sweden, then it was like I had to start off and find a way to be able to get my sound out. And then it's kind of hard to get people who can understand your sound. So I was kind of forced to go into production myself just to be able to express myself.
Exactly, which can be pretty tough. I mean, we've had 1 or 2 Nigerian acts out in Sweden over the years, but not too many. So your sound is a fusion of, you do a little bit of gospel, do a little bit of pop.
Exactly.
I could hear a little bit of that European feel in your music. So not like what you would find in like a mainstream.
No. I mean, you have to find a way to bridge your sound in a way that's acceptable to the Swedish sound.
Exactly. So that Euro sound is there. So it's something that you can hear across the continent. Just talk to us about some of the people that you've worked with. I mean, as a producer, I'm sure you meet a lot of people not only out in Sweden, but in Nigeria as well.
Yeah, exactly. I've worked with Pinkst. It's like the biggest body of gospel writers in Sweden. I've worked with artists like Samuel Ljungblad. I've worked with a guy named Niyi. I've worked with friends from the States as well. So it's a mix of sounds. And
of course, now you go to Nigeria for a few weeks to do some production work as well.
Exactly.
Talk to us about that.
Well, it's one of my old friends, and he called me up and said, look, we need to get a good sound. So come down with some gear and getting ready to just make a new sound.
Now, we're talking about the gear and some of the high-tech stuff that you brought in. A lot of artists reach out to you to help master their sound.
Yeah, exactly.
Because even though we have great producers in Nigeria, sometimes mixing and mastering is a different ballgame entirely. So talk to us about that.
Yeah, you know, it has to sound right. It's a chain that has to work. So from when you record to the mix and the mastering, everything has to be great for a great track.
Yeah.
So it's important to be able to help, you know, guys who have made great songs to be able to get the end product right and sounding good.
Yeah, because I mean, for us in Nigeria, you know how we do it. It's always really a drive and a hustle.
Yeah.
You get very little help from anywhere. So even producers that you find here just try to do their best. Most of the software is pirated. But you just try to put everything together. So, but when you have someone like you coming around, it's always very good. So how do you also plan to work with other producers to help improve their sound?
Yeah, exactly. I'm hoping to be able to work back and forth. So I'm going to have my studio here and back home. So my plan is to be able to help as many guys and just to get the right sound so that, you know, we can beef up the quality.
Yeah. So let's talk about acceptance, gospel music. You have this international feel to your song.
Yeah.
What's the acceptance rate like, not just in Sweden but in Europe as well, for your music?
Yeah, I believe that you kind of have to, because when you talk about gospel or a sound, you have to find the best sound that can appeal to people who don't even go to church. Yeah. So you have to find a way to morph your sound, have your message in, and make sure that it's a sound that can be played on the radio and the people can get it.
Yeah. Which is really important. There was a time back in the 90s when a few gospel songs came out and they were playing it in clubs.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah,
and of course, that should be sometimes your aim, because the aim is not just to have gospel music playing inside a church, but also to have it in the mainstream.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, people expect gospel music to be played in church.
Yeah.
But the people outside don't expect it, so you have to get it so that someone can just listen and be like, oh, this is nice, you know, I just buy it.
All right, so I know Sweden is a very cold country.
It is.
And can be hard to find a black person. So how do you deal with it, like when you're out there and, you know, doing your work on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah.
And all of that?
Well, you know, I mean, the key to living a good life in Sweden is just getting integrated. And you kind of have to get into the language and yeah. So the thing is, when you move out, you have to sort of just, now I'm here in Europe and I have to get into the society. Yeah. So it's not so important hanging out with Nigerians, because you can always come home and hang out.
Exactly.
You know,
so integration is very important instead of just, you know, being isolated.
Yeah. I mean, some people live abroad, but their mindset is back home.
Yeah.
Then it's hard.
It's hard, you know, because I mean, you get there, culture shock and lots of things.
Yeah, a lot of things.
So, but you are also a software engineer.
Yeah.
And so this is sort of what you balance out with your production work as well. So talk to us about some of the...
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows that music can be tough. So I was like, I need to get a good job. I need to get good education so I can do music on my terms.
Yeah.
So that's how I got into working. But I work as a software engineer, developing websites and, you know, building stuff. And that's cool too.
Okay. So do you do that internationally or, you know, locally as well?
Yeah, at the moment I'm working like remote. So I have clients, big clients, that I have to give solutions for, and integration and data and machine learning and a lot of that.
Okay, so I mean, this is 21st century. A lot of learning is online-based, technology-driven, and all of that. If you were going to be talking to young people, and for instance, someone who's passionate about production, you know, because everything has sort of changed from the traditional sense in the last 10, 15 years. What are the things that you would say people should pay attention to the most?
I'd say just learn, get out there. Today you can find everything on YouTube, on the internet. Find what you want to do and just focus on it and practice a lot. That's the key. And then, you know, you cannot say you don't have access, because you have internet and you can find everything that you need to, you know, make a good step.
Well done, Robinson.
Thank
Good
you.
to see you.
The same.
And welcome back home.
Thank you, sir.
You're going to be here for just a few weeks.
Yes, sir.
All right, so Chef V and Mary are in the kitchen. We're wondering what they're up to. Everywhere is just filled with the aroma of chicken. Hey, guys.
We've been up to a whole lot. And we can't wait to show you more of what Chef V's chicken fried rice is like. Okay, so we'll quickly run you through the process so far. How did we achieve that?
Basically, what we did here was we added chicken stock to our already parboiled rice.
Okay.
So it's cooked.
With curry as well?
With curry as well, yeah. And a little salt.
Okay.
Yeah, so now our rice is ready. Now, some people actually complain that most times when they make fried rice, it gets like really sticky. Now, like this is a bit of a hack for it.
Okay.
When your rice is ready,
the ingredients are on your screen right now, okay?
When your rice is ready, you look for a tray
All right.
To put inside, so you can have your.
This is cooked rice. Why am I pouring it in a tray?
Because you don't want it sticking inside. If you leave it in the pot, it cooks and becomes really soft and sticky.
Mon Dieu, there's nothing I don't see on this show, I tell you.
So we'll do that.
Okay. Spread it out.
Yeah, spread it out.
So while in here,
yeah,
there will be no incident of clumped food.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Because the whole steam is going out.
Wow.
So you don't have the rice.
Now,
cooking.
if I don't have a clean tray because I'm working on so many things at once,
can I
use
just flat plate? Yeah.
Flat plate or the clean, maybe poly bag or something?
Yeah, or baking sheet. I know anything. Anything.
Okay, okay, great. But this is plastic. Is it deliberate?
No.
It doesn't matter as long as it's a clear pan.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll have oil from frying the chicken.
Yeah. This chicken was fried earlier. Seasoned here too. I actually thought it was marinated when I tasted it, and believe me, it wasn't marinated. It was just the frying process that gave it the taste.
So right now, we're going to have, okay, we have our carrots here in warm water to make it a bit soft. Yeah. Okay. So right now we're going to do this. We're going to fry our veggies.
The oil is quite hot.
Yeah,
so
really hot.
That would take how long?
I'll say a minute, 2 minutes stop. 2 minutes stop, yeah.
That goes in.
Green peas.
So from where did I didn't notice this until now.
Oh, yeah?
Okay, because fried rice, the one ingredient that you said is not so necessary, which I know I always like to put in fried rice, is sweet corn.
Sweet corn, oh, yeah. A lot of people like to use sweet corn.
Yeah.
But I think for chicken fried rice, it's not really necessary.
Because the chicken does the work.
Yeah, the chicken does the work. Everything is centered around the chicken. Yeah.
Okay. Not bad.
So we're going to drain this.
All right. And then after it's been drained, I suppose this will now go in and the mix, you know, and afterwards, everything will be ready. I really can't wait to have a taste of this. I really can't wait. Chef V's, no, I've started calling you Chef V. Yay, used to be Chef Uncle V. Nice. I like color in food. Yeah. Wow.
Color is everything.
Everything.
So we're going to spice this now. And
because
seasoning.
It's so tasty, yes?
Yeah.
And you're sure it's going to soak up the taste from here?
Yeah, sure it will.
Okay.
Salt.
I'll be willing to tell everybody at the end of the show. Even the guests, I'm like, don't try it though. It's not so tasty. You try me. Let it know the taste.
Okay, now, I think we should actually use low heat when frying our veggies, because you don't want to get the veggies too soft.
Okay, you don't want to get them like that.
Yeah.
No, this pan.
So I'm going to drop this here, and we'll get water.
Water. So what's going to happen next? Because I see eggs here. Can you see the eggs? The eggs have been broken. We're
going to pour a little water inside.
You're not frying the eggs though?
We're frying the egg.
And you're putting water in your eggs that you want to fry?
Because you want the egg to actually feel like meat.
Meat?
Yeah, like you want it all clogged.
So when you put water in raw egg and fry it, it tastes like meat?
It feels like water is, how do I put it? It feels fluffy. Yeah.
Who the fuck? So I learned 2 new things today. Put egg in water in egg to make it fluffy, and take out your rice when it's cooked before you put in your veggies.
So
wow.
We're going to do this now. We're going to...
So this is his own way of making this. I would never have thought. You know how I make this? I pour in the rice when I'm through with the veggies, which, by the way, I don't put in a tray. I leave it in the other pot.
Okay.
And then put this to one side, break the eggs inside. When the egg is fried, and I'll stir it. Or I fry the egg separately and then stir it in. This is interesting. Wow. Wow, this is really nice. Yesterday, I had some interesting food combination. So
what was that?
After work, the guy came to pick me, so we decided to try out something new. Went to some place that they're actually quite new for now. They have Filipino on the side and Asian cuisine. And I tried the Filipino. there was this soup I was given. My goodness. When I first saw the fish, I was like, all these dried fish.
Are you a fish person?
No, not really. So that's where the problem starts from. Don't worry, I'll finish telling you the old gist. The show continues in a bit. Don't go anywhere. It's Wake Up Nigeria. You want to see the end of this.
Be sure to tune to us every weekday morning. This is Wake Up Nigeria, and we have quite a lot in store for you every single morning, without fail. My name is Titilayo Oyinso.
And I'm Yomi Ope. We're also live right now. tvcontinental.tv, that's where we are. And then you can also find us on Facebook at TVC Connect.
Yeah.
For comments on the show, use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
Yes,
Don't forget
very
that
important hashtag. That hashtag was trending last year. You want to be part of it?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And you can still continue to send in your shout-outs, New Year greetings to us on the show. And
we'll be reading them out eventually.
Family and people, yeah.
Some great pictures have been coming through as well. Now, when it comes to family, we're going to be talking about that, family goals, with our relationship coach, Sandra Odufadiri. Now she's going to be on the show very, very soon, and that's a part that you should really stay tuned for.
Of course, from there, we're going to be bringing you a performance from Oxlade. Looking forward to that one.
Us to inspire us with her story is TV personality, certified makeup artist, and beauty entrepreneur, Chinonso Arubai. All right. Okay, so my stomach is rumbling, and I feel like it's...
Is that because of Chevy? Or?
Yes, so, and because of the fact that I'm on a detox, y'all. I'm not eating all that stuff. I had so much fried food over Christmas.
So you're saying you're not going to have some of that?
No, I'm not.
Plantain fried chicken this morning.
I'm already crying in my mind.
I expected this Christmas season,
what?
And it was the first for me. I didn't cook.
You didn't cook?
As expected this season. Usually I always like to, you know, do some pepperempe, like, you know, sizzle up my kitchen with all sorts. Well,
so what, you ordered food or?
No, like, well, my nanny did some of the cooking.
Okay.
I just didn't have the energy for...
You had nanny over Christmas? Ha!
Well, she would come and then she would come and then she would leave and then...
Anybody that knows what it is to have a nanny, like not have a nanny during Christmas, knows what I'm talking about.
No, but it shows
all of them just disappear in December.
It shows something. Yeah. She has a good relationship with her nanny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have a good relationship.
Not necessarily, so...
Not many people do, and that's why you hear the nanny say, well, I'd rather spend time with my family. But you know, there are some families that they tell the nanny, come with your family. Yeah,
and it does depend on the situation the nanny is coming from. You know, the person might not have that kind of family where they all spend it together. They might not even be in Lagos or close to you. It might be really far away. And it could be a family tradition for many. You know, it is, of course, for many to get home, at least see their family, hang out with their family.
Most people, I think, you know, they just want to go home and travel for Christmas. In fact, I know lots of people, like church was like half full yesterday.
Really?
Lots of people travel, to different places, not just to the east.
Viswoy was going to travel.
Yeah, when we talk about travel, people say people still talk about traveling to the east, but all over, you know, the west, even the north.
Okay, so I don't want to shake that table, but are you sure that it's just because they traveled that they were not in church? You know, some people just sometimes just feel stay home.
Even I
stay home.
No, but really, I actually expected traffic on my way to the office this morning, and for some reason the road was free, and I'm like, okay, what's going on?
People are not back.
Please, everyone should stay back.
No, some businesses are actually closed. That's another reason.
Yes,
like
I know.
Some are going to resume on the 7th, some on the 14th, some probably till February. Like the ones February, I'm like, I'm not saying I need a job.
Yeah, so there's lots of people who are just going to wait out the rest of the week. Just 3 more days. Let's just, you know,
well, please, everyone stay at home.
And
we
then,
let the road the way it is.
And then manage your finances because school fees is coming, you know.
No, it's not coming, it's here.
Yeah,
next
school
week.
fees is next week. So for all of y'all who know what we're talking about, you go and look at your account balance again and be like, it's January.
4 months rolled into one. Like we have 15 months in a year.
Welcome back. It's Wake Up Nigeria. Now, everyone tries to start again, afresh, every New Year's with the hopes of getting better results than they did in the last year. Now, Sandra Odufadering is a marriage and relationship expert. Now, she's also she's going to be here talking to us about how to set and stick to family goals in 2019. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Same here. It's good to be here with you again.
All right. So we had quite a lot of scintillating discussions last year, you know, and when it comes to relationships, there's so many different angles. But this issue of setting goals, I'm someone that I like to set personal goals, but I've never really liked to be held accountable for it. Okay. I don't like people, you know, telling me, okay, we set this goal and we must stick to it. You know, I've never really been like that. I feel like, you know, God's time is best. But please tell us why it is important for a couple in a relationship, or in fact a married couple, to set family goals.
Yes, it's very important. Family goals is one of the most important things. Like I always insist on my shows, coming together as husband and wife, doing things in oneness is very important. And now, how do you achieve that if you don't have goals? For instance, like we were discussing off air, some people, their plans this year is I must move into my house, I must change my children's school, the one they were going to is too expensive. Okay, I've never traveled abroad before, I must travel. Now, you have to sit down and agree on how do you raise the funds. Like my own family, today night is the day we do have our goal. We do sit down, my children, my husband, we sit down, we talk about the school. What do you think? Are we changing the school? What do we want? We always achieve a project every year. What do we want to achieve this year? What do we want to buy, or what do we want to acquire? Are we changing the car? You know, we have to agree on that. Then the children too also have their opinion. You don't just, they are also humans. You can't just be deciding with your husband in the bedroom and you have not, you know, agreed with the children. So you ask them, what do they feel about it? That's why you and my husband and I, we do it every month, this family goals thing. Okay. But the children's involvement is once every year. So it's very, very important as you're starting the year. Okay,
so you actually bring out a paper, maybe a notepad, and write down.
You write down. I have my first daughter is our secretary, so she takes notes. She writes everything we have discussed. She's 10, so she writes everything we have discussed, and then she keeps following up. The ones that favors her, she calls you to it.
I like that. I like that.
Mom, you have not been coming, because, for instance, if we are buying something. My husband and I have to contribute towards it. Then we agree every month how much is coming from me, how much is coming from you. There's an account for it that it goes, and then she takes track of it, because when I pay, I bring the book to her. She keeps it. She has a file that she keeps it. So she asks you, Mom, this month, we've not seen your money. What's happening? Okay. So it's very important.
I like the fact that you're carrying everybody along. Exactly. You know, but then there's some things that eventually feel a bit unrealistic. So for instance, we all know, okay, we both as a couple know what our income is.
Exactly.
Some couples are not as open about their income as others. That's first of all. So a lot of women don't actually know what their husbands fully earn.
That one is very wrong.
Wow.
Very, very wrong.
Okay.
Because if I don't know what you earn, it used to happen in my home. I didn't know what my husband earned, so I can come and ask you for 5 million. It's none of my business. Wow. Go and look for it, because I don't know what you earn. So when he was causing problem in the house, he came one day with everything and said, okay, this is it. Okay. This is my income for the month. So, you asking me for this? This is what I earn. So if I know what my husband is earning, I will not come and ask him for more than he's earning. So you're doing yourself good if you open to your spouse or your wife, your husband, how much is coming in, so that you can plan together. Because the truth is, if you don't tell her what you're earning, she will ask more than.
So in 2019, if possible, be more open about your finances.
Very important. Very important.
From wife to husband, we've heard it before, you know, whatever my husband makes is also my own. But whatever I make is my own. I've heard that many times from many women for different reasons. They all have their own reasons for saying that. But when it comes to setting goals and targets, I'm on the fence about, you know, being as completely open about what you're earning in order to achieve that goal.
Exactly.
Do you have to know about everything I'm earning before we can achieve goals together?
No, the basic ones. Like I work and I do extra things. Like the one that comes in regular, it's important. Okay. But the other side ones that you
can maybe code down one.
Exactly. Because it's not everything you go and tell your husband. Like I want to do this for my mom or my dad needs some money. I can't be going to tell him. No, I should be able to sort it out without disturbing him. So that's where other incomes usually, like I gave my mom some money this Christmas. I didn't even tell my husband because I have made the money and it's not affecting the family goals.
Now let me stop you there.
Yeah.
We're talking about family goals. Can family goals for us also involve other parts of the family, extended family members? So for instance, a family goal for me is to help renovate my family house. And it's expensive. Meanwhile, we never get our own house. But I know that it needs to be done. This is just hypothetical. So what do you do in that kind of case? Can I actually put that in our family goal?
Yeah, you can. It depends on the relationship your husband is having with your extended family. Okay. If they don't have a good relationship, it might be very difficult because he will do everything to frustrate it. You and I know. But if he has a good relationship with your family, he will even be the one to call you and say, you know, are you not saying this is happening? What do you think we should do? Should we do 50% now and acquire this 50% on our own and then see how we can help them push it? And don't forget, if you are supporting your wife, you're also supporting yourself. Why? Because tomorrow you don't know where your family will need help and you come to your wife. So it's better for you to cooperate with your wife or your husband so that when you need him tomorrow, he will be there.
Okay, so now we've made it seem very rosy, like it's easy for our spouses to cooperate. If only it was that easy. So what advice would you give to, you know, maybe a member of a couple now that don't agree on these goals? Now, they are sitting down, they want to write the goals, but the goals are causing fights. So what's the advice?
I will always say this to every woman. The man is the head of the home. When your husband is talking, you listen. Okay. You don't have to fight on everything. If he says this is what he wants, keep him quiet. And later in the night, you know now, we all know how to get our husbands.
How? Sandra, how? Please explain.
Later in the night, you visit the other room.
Okay.
Yeah, don't forget, family goal is also the other room.
Okay.
Yes, we also plan it. Like, sometimes last week, my husband sent me a message that, I laughed when I got the message that I read it. They said it's good for a man to have sex 20 times in a month. So that means 10 times because of cancer or something. And then I replied him and said, how many times do we have it in a month? And he replied back, and I busted into laughter. So when you're planning it in your bedroom, you discuss it. It's also part of the family goal.
Okay, so that must have been a broadcast. That must have been a broadcast.
Exactly.
But really, it's interesting. I feel like, you know, bedroom activities can also be part of our family goals.
Oh, yes. Very important.
So maybe if it hasn't been that exciting in 2018,
you need to
spice it up in 2019.
Maybe there was so much work, the man they have time. You need to plan it. Okay. You need to plan togetherness. I say to people, once every month, take your wife out for a dinner. If your husband is not doing it, ask him. I still asked my husband 2 days ago because he's on leave.
Let's go.
When are you taking me out? I
love that.
We've been going out with the children. Me, I want to go out now. When is my day?
Sandra, let's wrap up with that. Thank you so much for coming to the studio. I have a feeling we're going to have some exciting conversations this 2019 with you especially.
Thank you very much.
And that's our relationship segment for today. We have to move over for our second musical performance for the day. Oxlade is right there on standby.
There's Sandra and Titi shaking tables there. That's good, that's good. Now, Ikuforiji Abdulrahman, a.k.a. Oxlade, or Oxboy. You've done good in the past few months. And of course, he was on the show a few months ago. He's going to be giving us a performance today called Sugar. Are you ready for us?
I'm down.
All right, let's do it.
Classic. I don't really know you well, but the way I know stay fresh. I'm
Welcome back. It's Wake Up Nigeria. And of course, joining us on the couch this morning is Chinonso Arubai. She's one woman with a unique story.
She's a TV personality, a certified makeup artist and beauty entrepreneur.
She's also a grief survivor who readily shares her journey as a woman dealing with losing someone that was really dear to her. Welcome to the show, Chinonso.
Chinonso.
Thank you. I'm super happy to be here.
Oh my gosh. The way she glows, though.
Right.
The way she glows. Even I was just looking at her pictures. I went through your Instagram page and I was just like, these pictures, though.
And you follow her, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so you like stalking her now?
Goodness me. She's someone worth stalking on Instagram.
Let me just say that the glow is the glory of God. You know how His glory kind of covers your shame and your pain. And really that is what it is, aside makeup, which helps sometimes.
Right. So we have to give people a backstory. What exactly was it that, happened? So that people are aware. We heard quite a lot, but let's break it down if we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
First off, I'd like to say this is not my real voice. I sound better than this, but with the end of the year, the weather, the all nights, the events and everything.
Yeah.
And so this is my new voice for now. And I lost my husband. It's really hard for me to recount what and how it happened. Yeah. But I had to deal with it because the more you talk about it, the more you say, oh, this was what happened, and this one, we now went here, we now went here. Yeah. You just keep opening up the sore and opening up the wound. It was very painful to me because, this was someone I wanted to share my life with. And I feel like I was so blessed and so lucky to have had him in my life, and I wish I had him for longer. I wish that, it was forever and ever and ever. Yeah. But, it was a rude shock to me. It was 3 years. And no matter how long or how short you spend with a person that you love, it's always a huge blow. Like, it's literally very disappointing. I was someone who had fairy tale dreams. And, for me, he was my Prince Charming. He was my knight in shining armor. And I let everybody who cared to listen know, like I would always go on and on about him. So this was so painful, having to be alone, having to live without him, not hear his voice. For a long time, I didn't want to ever hear my phone ring. It was so irritating because, he was the person who would call me more. So whenever I hear my phone, I had to change my ringtone. I had to switch off my phone for the longest time. I didn't want to talk to anybody. And it was
Of course, you have a son.
Yes, I do have a son.
So I'm very curious because how did the society treat you after this? I mean, you're young. And we very much know that in this climb, the society doesn't really
support, support
widows, not well enough.
Yeah,
but I'd like to know how the society, did they support you? Did you get as much support?
I mean, I'd say I did get a lot of support from family, the church, and, online. There was a lot of, I've made a lot of friends, a lot of widows, a lot of, friends online who literally are every day, encouraging me, sending me prayers, sending me messages, even when I didn't want to be inspired. Because I went through a phase where at first I was in denial. When I heard about it, I was in denial. I was like, no, because we lived a faith-based life. My husband was a gospel artist, and so we'd pray. I couldn't believe that God would
do such a
thing to me. Like, I felt very betrayed by God, and I was hurt for the longest time. I didn't want to pray. So even when people were sending me scriptures and messages, I didn't want to have any of it.
I can only imagine what it was like. But then one thing that inspired me about you was the fact that you turned it around. Oh, well, God turned it around for you. And you started channeling energy into getting things done. So please tell us how you were able to do that. How did that happen?
Okay, first off, it started with me being very depressed, like you said, the society has certain expectations of you. Wear black, cut your hair, do and be seen to be mourning. As much as you're grieving in your heart, people don't know you know, how you feel and what you're going through. And so I did go through that phase where I was so depressed. I cut my hair the first time. You know, I went back to the barber. I was like, it's not low enough. I want to go bald. And I cut my hair. And so, some friends would joke like, ah, girl, you're still fine. And, you know, it made me feel worse. I just wanted to go about with charcoal and everything. But going to church, when I noticed I was really getting depressed and comfortable wearing black and comfortable being, because, you know, it became a comfort zone, just being there, not going out, not going to work, just being ugly and isolated. Like, it can be very comforting. So I started going to church with my scarf, like, you know, and then listening to the word of God. And I had a friend of mine who said, God made you for his glory. It doesn't matter, you can keep wearing this black, but you have the light of God in you, and you have to let it out. He's not going to be glorified if you keep doing this. Your husband won't be happy if you keep doing this. And it triggered something to me. That was Busola Dakolo, a very good friend of mine. And, you know, it hit me, and then I started dressing up. I started wearing makeup, because, you know, I'm a professional makeup artist. So how was I going to pay my bills? How was I going to convince people that I could get them to look beautiful if I was looking this way? So I had to go back. Each time I'd carry my lipstick and carry my makeup. You know, the first time I did makeup, it was horrible. Like, the makeup, I couldn't draw my eyebrows. You know, it was just horrible. But, I mean, I got better at it.
And now you've come so far that you even have your own makeup line.
What inspired that? Was it you being a makeup artist or being a model?
The fact that I was a makeup artist, and then having gone through this, I wanted to live my life doing everything that I loved to do and everything that I wanted to do. Because, you know, when you have near-death experiences, it makes you realize that, you know, life is short. Do everything you've always wanted to do. And I've always been in the media. I knew that, you know, that was my core. Makeup was always a side hustle. So I, you know, being isolated as a widow, one of the things is that you get to be isolated and you get to connect with your inner self. It can be a good thing and a bad thing. It can be a gift and it can be a curse. You know, so I got to connect with who I was, and I knew that for sure it was always media. I was always going to be in front of TV, but how was I going to translate my passion for beauty? And I thought, okay, if I have a product that represents that side of me, it will be easy and complimentary. So you see me on TV and I'm wearing my lipstick and I'm selling it to you at the same time, and I'm paying my bills, because now I don't even have anybody to run to when I need money. I don't have any husband to say, please support.
Well, is it just going to end here?
Because I love what you've done with this. She's created a beautiful lipstick brand. A lot of, on Instagram, you're like famous for your lip work. Like, so every lip on her makeup is always powerful. And this is an amazing package here. But I have to say, it takes a lot to get from being a makeup artist to putting this together. You know, so you had to have support from somewhere to support this dream. So talk to us about it. Financial support, I'm thinking about now.
Well, the truth is I'm dreaming big and starting small, but I definitely love to put my best foot forward. So I've put all my experience from, you know, doing people's makeup to knowing the kind of colors that appeal to people, to knowing what works for them. Look at Me is a brand that says, you know, you don't have to look like what society says you should look like. You know, look at me. There's an inner light inside of you. When people see you, when you apply your makeup, you should still look like yourself. You know, you should still look at me. And art is beauty. You know, there's some part of Chinese where they do art, they put like, you know, an error or something ugly in it or a mistake, because, you know, that's their own way of celebrating art. You don't have to be perfect. Like, growing up, I had full lips. I got teased for my lips, and today you see me wearing red. I can go and apply
and it looks really beautiful. So does it end at lipsticks, or you're just gonna expand into
That's the thing, because we don't have
cosmetics?
as much resources. I'm starting small, so I'm working with the lips. And the truth is, our lips are very important. I mean, that's the first thing you see. But more important is what it does. The words that you speak, how you define yourself, how you speak life to yourself, how society might say, oh, you're ugly, you're bad, you know, you're a widow, you know, nothing good can ever come out of you, you're a curse, you're not a blessing. Those are the things that I had to deal with. There were people who thought, oh, you know, if he didn't marry you, he would still be alive. And you know, dealing with that was a painful blow. So I had to keep saying to myself that I'm a blessing. So I know that for any evolution to happen, the words that you speak are very powerful. So with this lipstick, I'm saying, you know,
thank you so much, so for being such an inspiration this morning.
Please, let's go to the kitchen.
We want to feed you.
Yes, let's feed you.
I love food.
Yes, we're still celebrating New Year's, and we're going to give you something to taste in the kitchen.
Luckily, you're not wearing a red lipstick
today. But I love the colors that are here right now. Please take a seat. Take a seat.
Thank you. Oh my God, I feel so humbled.
But this is really pretty. Like, I really love this. It's Look Art Me.
Look Art Me.
Yes, indeed. Thank you.
Nice, really nice. I could be your hype man.
You want to do the hype?
For a little fee.
Oh, you should do it for free.
Oh, really?
As a New Year gift.
Okay.
In the spirit of Christmas.
All right, then you're welcome to the kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Today's chef is Chef Uncle V, and he's made chicken fried rice. So he's going to tell us about it.
Basically, what we have is rice, chicken, vegetables.
Chicken fried rice, essentially.
Fried rice.
Oh my God, I'm already, you know, just salivating.
Okay, all right. So let's give you a taste. It looks so good, though.
Oh my
you just think, I don't want to cut this.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, you know.
I don't want to ruin this picture.
No,
okay.
Where do I begin?
So, for those that don't know, she also hosts a cooking show. And she tastes food all the time. Yeah. So this thing she's doing right now, I'm wondering.
She's forming.
Yeah,
I know. I'm a professional taster.
Oh,
okay.
Right.
You know, sometimes I think I work with NAFDAC.
Oh, really? Okay, go ahead. Just taste it. Taste it. Okay.
Of course, while she's doing that, we want to start saying our thank yous on the show. Big thank you to Homely NG, as usual, on the show for taking care of our kitchen accessories.
Yes, indeed. And of course, Fola at Fola's Place for all our hairstyling needs. 2019 is going to be a year of great hairstyles, I can imagine. Amazing stuff.
Nice of you to say that.
Yes, indeed.
Because now you're putting Fola on the spot.
Yes, so
because my hair.
Yomi's hair.
Yeah.
2019, we have to see some, I don't know.
Some blonde, some red.
That would be the day.
Maybe some Jerry curls.
Spice things up in here, you know? Yeah, we need that. We need that. Wow. We're running off on the show. Thank you so much for coming. To all our guests on the show today. Thank you.
We're going to be back tomorrow. It's Thursday tomorrow, right? Wow,
have a great day, people.
Really rushing by. And it's going to be great to have you here once again at 7 a.m.
All right. See you tomorrow.
Have a nice day. Bye.